How's it going, YouTube? My name is Zenna. Welcome back to another video. Season 2 of the finals is here, and my goodness, was it worth the wait. I have been playing non-stop since the update dropped on Thursday, and when I say non-stop, I mean it. We are talking 10-hour days, every day playing this game. It's kind of bad, but at the same time, I don't care because I've been enjoying my time. I may be a little biased, but they just knocked it out of the park with Season 2. The color scheme is literally perfect, it fits the theme of the game so well, and the music is another great way that Embark has set the tone for the finals, and in my opinion, they did a wonderful job with the soundtrack. Like, as soon as you load up into the game, it's just, alright, here we go. What better way to kick off this Season 2 video with the new map, Sys Horizon? At least, that's how I think you say it. My goodness, did Embark hit it out of the park with this map. The retro theme with these vibrant colors made me an instant fan. And it's all in the details with this new map. Destroying simple objects, like a chair or a trash can, leaves these cool little retro effect and following the object's disappearance. On top of this, the destruction on the map is epic. Blowing a hole in the floor, for example, shows the interior of the buildings to be made up of small blocks or pixels. The detail really is incredible. Not only does the map look incredible, but it plays as good as it looks. Rotating around the map is a blast. There are floating platforms, jump pads, zip lines, even little land bridges that connect one building to another. The great design of the map never leaves you feeling, oh, I don't know how to get to that specific area, similar to how Vegas feels. Vegas to me often feels like a maze, where this new map feels more open. The cash out locations so far have been great, scattering your team around different parts of the map to explore and overcome the constant pressure from the enemy teams. Not to mention, at night, the map takes on a whole new personality, with the neon city lighting up the night sky. It's a wonderful map, and I really look forward to seeing what Embark has in store for us moving forward. What about the Season 2 guns? For me, so far, all the new weapons seem like great additions to the finals. Let's start with the light class. The 93R is a cool new addition to the game. It's a close to mid-range burst pistol. It dishes out excellent damage, and I think this weapon is easily an A tier, maybe even an S tier weapon for the light class. And if you're a light player, I would definitely check this weapon out. The heavy shotgun for me is going to be a bit of a learning curve, but it doesn't seem like a bad addition to the game. The shot itself seems more like a slug cannon than a shotgun. And when I say cannon, I mean literally. You can blow open walls with this gun. Sure, it does take a couple shots, but you can also two-shot light players around 40 meters, I want to say. So it's cool having a shotgun with some range presence. The reload, it is definitely a weak side of this weapon, but it does give it a good balance. Although I wouldn't mind buffing it slightly, or maybe adding 2 extra shells, bringing the total to 8. The main issue with the new shotgun is that it is completely outclassed by the SA-1216 full auto shotgun that has been a plague in the finals since release. Using the new shotgun currently makes no sense, and I hope the devs fix this soon. Since I'm a medium main, the FAMAS is definitely the new weapon that I've had the most playtime with. I honestly enjoy the FAMAS, but it feels weak at times. I find myself often losing gunfights against the F-car, not because I necessarily miss my shots, but because the time to kill difference. It's just a letdown that the F-car was meta all last season, and that trend seems to continue into Season 2. I have no hate against the F-car, but I was hoping for maybe a slight meta shift. My theory is that the devs were a little worried about making all the new weapons overpowered. I suspect that they will hopefully make these changes within a month, kind of rebalance out the weapons. I think the FAMAS is a great addition to the finals, but it just needs some adjusting. Maybe buff the fire rate, or even possibly adjust the burst damage model. Make it so the individual bullet will increase in damage for each successful bullet hit per burst. Let's say the first shot does 20 damage of an individual burst. If you hit shot number 2, the damage, let's say, goes to 22 damage for the second bullet. I don't know if this would actually work, but just an idea of like increasing the damage of each individual bullet as you hit it per burst. So that, like, basically you would just get rewarded for being more accurate with your entire 3-round burst. Instead of just hitting like 1 or 2 shots of it, if you hit that full 3-round burst, you get a little bit of an extra damage boost. I don't know, maybe that'd be OP. But yeah, let me know what y'all think of the weapons. Are you happy with the current meta, or would you like to see a shift? I wanted to go over the new gadgets for Season 2 as well. The new light gadget seems very cool. It basically allows you to create a teleporter that has a max distance of 70 meters. You can use it unlimited times until it disappears. Not sure the exact length of the portal once you place it, maybe 30 seconds. It does seem like a while. Not to mention, everything you throw at the portal will go through to the other side. Everything except bullets. So you can shoot an RPG through the portal and the RPG will come out the other side and potentially kill somebody. So there's a lot of really weird things that you can do with this. I think the gadget will have a high skill cap, but if utilized correctly, it can set up some high-level plays in a competitive environment. The new medium gadget is called Data Reshaper, and it just transforms objects into different objects. For example, an enemy turret, you turn it into like a sign. If enemy have like mines set up on the cache out, you can walk up with the Data Reshaper and turn it into a bunch of non-lethal things like flower pots or barrels or whatever. So it basically allows you just to rechange, like you can disable basically an enemy cache out if they have it set up, or if you're really cracked at the game, if a guy shoots a projectile at you, RPG, grenade, mine, whatever it is, if they throw something at you, you can actively use the Data Reshaper to change it. I don't know if you hold the mouse button or click the mouse button. I don't know exactly how it works, but I know for a fact that you can stop RPGs mid-flight before they hit you. You just have to be really quick with it. But basically, it'll turn whatever that projectile is into a flower pot, basically, and you'll take no damage. So, yes, there could be use for it, but like as far as blocking the gadgets and stuff, that's why I use APS. So, I don't know like how this would fit into someone's build, but I'm definitely curious to see more of this moving forward with other players. The medium class also gets a new specialty called Dematerializer, or a lot of people have been calling it DMAT for short. Basically, you can remove and replace walls. This allows you to drop cache outs and then reseal the floor, or you can do other things like shoot enemies through walls when they won't even expect it. This specialty has definitely, it has its uses for now, but I think I'll be sticking with the heal beam so I can just focus on keeping my teammates alive. But I definitely see some valuable uses with this. Like you can, if an enemy team is chasing you, you can quickly get through a wall, cover it back up. They have no idea where you went. So you can use this to get away from situations. You can use this to chase enemies down. You can use this, like I said, to drop cache outs. You can be aggressive on cache outs. You can be defensive on cache outs with this. You could sit above the cache out, open up the floor, let your team shoot down when the enemy team doesn't know where you are. Like there's so many possibilities with this. It's just very hard for me personally to give up the heal beam. I like having my teammates alive, but I don't know, the meta will potentially shift. Lastly, for the heavy class, we have the anti-gravity grenade. This is certainly a unique gadget, although I'm not sure what the actual uses people will get out of this. You can technically move cache out stations, so it'll make it a little bit more difficult for the enemy team to try to steal it. But as far as making this like an actual useful tool that you'll run in your kit over things like RPG, barricade, dome shield, I think it's going to take a little bit more time for this to find its way into actual gameplay. For now, it's just used basically as a denial on the cache out. So if you've got 30 seconds left on the cache out, you want to hopefully guarantee that no one can, steal it from you. I think throwing the gravity cube on the cache out is a good way to delay the enemy, because they're trying to get to the cache out. Now they're floating up with the cache out. You just shoot them out of the sky, right? So there might be some weird other uses for it that I just don't know about yet, but for now, this is more of just kind of a cache out specific gadget, and I would like to see what else players can do with this. Next up, I want to talk about the new 5v5 mode called Powershift. This mode right here, in my opinion, is going to save the finals for the casual player. It's such a simple mode that you can just log on and actually enjoy solo, or obviously even with your friends. But it's a good mode to kind of warm up, get your shots kind of dialed in before you hop into ranked. you don't necessarily need teammates. It actually plays, in my opinion, really well as a solo mode. Although, if you do come across a 5-stack as a solo, you know, you're probably not gonna have a good time. Like, let's just be honest. But this mode is fun to experiment with new equipment, classes, and loadouts without the worry of throwing the game for your team. I've had a lot of fun just trying out like new weapons in the game in the finals that I've never used in a public match. The riot shield, the grenade launcher, some of the light weapons. Like, you can just have fun. Like, it doesn't matter. Speaking of trying new things, one of the most fun like new weapons I've had in this mode has been the heavy grenade launcher. In normal modes, the heavy grenade launcher seems like you're just actually throwing. It's really bad. But in this mode, it might actually be viable. You can just consistently rain down hell from about 50 meters away, like almost like an artillery barrage, or you can just get up close and just bounce nades all around inside the platform. I'll have some more gameplay of that on the channel, but it's just hilarious, to be honest. Like, it's not really a serious strat, but it's just kind of funny. And if you get 2 or 3 friends with grenade launchers, then it's just it's just constant sounds of like explosives on the map and the do like the nades leaving the tube of the launcher. It's just, I don't know, it's just hilarious. I know there isn't a comp mode for 5v5, but I kind of think it would be cool. Imagine a 5v5 ranked bracket for teams to compete in. It could be a very simple system, just similar to our current ranked leagues, or it could be something entirely new. Either way, with the competitive nature of the finals, I don't see it being a bad issue having 2 different ranked modes. Another great addition with Season 2 has been the addition of private matches. And I'm very glad that the devs have decided to add this. And just before we go any further, they have already addressed saying that this is not where they see private matches being as a final build in this game. So before I start criticizing it, just know that I'm aware that they are not happy with this and they will update it. But these are just some of like the ideas like that I envision with this game. I think that they should just kind of focus on the community aspects of customs. Almost think of it like Halo's Forge or Fortnite's Creative. Imagine all the possible custom games the community could create given the right platform. You've got, I don't know if any of you remember these custom games from Halo back in the day, but Duck Hunt, Cops and Robbers, Jenga Tower. This one's where players stand on like a structure, like over the structure, it'll be a floating structure over the edge of the map. So if you fall off the structure, then you just die, right? And then there will be one player who's off site with a bunch of bounce pads and like random objects like barrels or concrete blocks or, I don't know, trash cans. And basically he's going to try to take those objects and throw them on a gravity lift or jump pad and hit the players on the Jenga tower and knock them off the map. My point is, there's all of these random things, and the finals has the perfect build for it with how this game is set up. With the maps, the destruction, the objects, like how everything works, and I just really think that custom games for this could just open up this whole community aspect where people have all these cool different game modes that they could play on. It would just be fun, right? It would just be fun for people just to hang out and play these different modes. Maybe they could add a server browser. I don't know how that would work. Obviously, the main focus I think for the private matches for now is to focus on competitive. You can have high elo players queuing up into scrims and practicing for tournaments. You can maybe even host tournaments with these private matches. And like I said, the devs plan on getting more in depth with this system, but for now, it's really great addition to the game. All right, let's talk ranked. I find myself to be a very competitive driven person. I enjoy grinding ranked modes. Back in the day, I grinded, Apex a lot. Halo, even back in the day as well. This ranked season has been awful. They are maybe testing out a hidden MMR system, but right now when I finish a game, I have no idea how many points I've gained or lost. I could be winning tournaments and losing points, and I have no idea. They adjusted the SBMM in ranked, which is good, right? You want to be going against people in your actual, the same league, right? If you're in gold, you're going against gold players. But the queue times are atrocious. And I'm talking about, I'm playing during prime time, like 5 o'clock in the evening, you know, like prime time. The queue times have been like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. Just, I think it's pretty insane, to be honest. Also, to kind of add into that same issue with the queue times, I think crossplay is broken because my rank squad, one of my friends, Strike, he plays on Xbox, and we just had the worst experience trying to get into games. So I don't know if there's some kind of other issue there. If anyone else has had issue with crossplay, please let me know. And it just seems to be ranked. Public matches for crossplay are fine, but ranked, not okay. Also, the main issue with ranked right now, like, they got rid of nukes, right? Everyone complained about nukes. They got rid of them. Perfect. Well, the other thing that was really broken in Season 1 was the heavy shotgun, the SA-1216. This weapon right now is currently ruining ranked lobbies. You are going against teams with double heavy, with a medium that is just pocket healing the double heavies the entire time. So the medium has like jump pad zip line so they can move around the map better. I'm talking about the heavies are just full sending you W key, mesh shield, dome, bubble, like all this RPG, like it's just garbage, right? They're just full sending you 0 skill, and then you die in 1 shot to this fucking shotgun. I'm not kidding, you die in 1 shot, and it's been pissing me and my teammates off because I'm not saying we're the best squad in the world, but we are a very, very competitive and good squad. We have excellent communication. We have excellent aim, excellent game mechanics. We have all these things going for us. But you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what we do, what strategy we have. It doesn't matter because here comes these sweaty shitters with these automatic 16 or 12 round shotguns, whatever it is. And they just come in and we just die. There's nothing we can do. If we stay at range, they get close to us. They've got shields. They can just, I don't know, dude. I don't know if anyone else has experienced this level of suffering, but the point to this little mini rant is I love playing ranked, but that shotgun was OP last season. The fact that it's still OP this season makes no sense to me. All the top players abused it last season, and it's still getting abused right now. I want to see. I don't mind if the shotgun is in the game if it's balanced, right? It's not balanced right now. We need to see a meta shift. We need to get other weapons more involved because this is the only gun that you see in ranked, and it's just fucking annoying. Overall, the devs continue to impress me with this game. It's moving in the right direction, and the devs seem to be really quick with updates and communication, which is fantastic for this game moving forward. And all those people out there that said the game was just going to die and I just feel like they didn't give it enough time. Now that we've made it through that little initial content drought, we've made it to Season 2, I think people will finally start to see what the finals is capable of, and maybe it will even blow up this year. They just are doing a lot of things right. It's the small things that they're doing correctly. The weekly challenges, the little league circuit with the free cosmetics, the battle pass, like all these things are doing it so right. The cosmetics, bro, the cosmetics are so cool in this game. They're unique, they're well designed, they look cool. I'm not saying I want you to spend a bunch of money on the game, but you know, this is a good game that if you want to actually support the devs and what the game has to offer, I don't think I just spent my first little couple of coins on this game with the Season 2 update. All of that being said, the finals to me is a great game, and I really hope it stays around for years to come. That's going to wrap it up for me today. I hope that you all enjoyed my Season 2 breakdown. I know Season 7 of Battlefield 2042 will be here tomorrow, but I just can't lie. I want to keep playing the finals. It continues to be a game that I can just log in and have fun. I cannot say the same for 2042. Don't worry though, I will still be playing the new season of 2042 and I will be uploading content anyways. So for my Battlefield viewers out there, just stay tuned and I will have some videos for you on the way. Thank y'all for all the support on the channel, all the likes, the comments, and the new subs. They all go a long way and I am very grateful. Y'all take it easy. I appreciate you watching and I'll see you next time.